Hello students, welcome back to Unorthodox Learning YouTube channel. I am back again with the format of formal letters. Now today I will discuss both the formats, box format as well as traditional format of writing formal letters. First of all, let us understand what formal letters are. Formal letters are official letters written to people in their official capacity or written to a firm. They are formal in nature. Nothing in such letters should be personal. They deal with subjects such as inquiry, orders, transfer of money, booking, complaint, loss, and apology. So, what matters is the language. The language should be formal in formal letters. Now, formal letters can be business letters, official letters, letters to the editor, letter to the principal, letter for job application. Coming to the very first point, business letters. Business letters can be letters of inquiry, information, placing or cancellation of orders, acknowledgement and replies. Official letters can be letters of complaint, letters for request or appeal, and next is letters to the editor can be letters informing or suggesting on an issue of public interest. Letters for job application can be letters to apply for a particular job, and you should attach a biodata or resume when you write such letter. Now, letters to the principal are letter for a permission, leave, complaint, etc. Now, language should be formal and straightforward. Now, what you have to keep in mind while you are opting for this formal letter, when you are writing formal letter, what you should keep in mind that you have understood all the components which are asked in the question. Means all the components which are asked in the question are to be answered. Then only try to attempt formal letter. Coming to the format of formal letter, first of all I will talk about the box format. The very first thing which you have to keep in mind while writing a formal letter in box format, that everything will be left aligned. Nothing will be written or will start from right hand side of your page, and no paragraph will begin from the center of the line. Means every paragraph will begin from the very extreme left margin of your page. So the very first thing which you have to write in your formal letter is the sender's address or the writer's address in 3 lines without your name. No name will be written in sender's address. You may leave a line after completing sender's address. You may leave a line for clarity. After completing sender's address, in the last line of the address, you will put a full stop. Then you will leave one line. Coming to the date, date will be written like 18th May 2020. The name of the month should not be in abbreviation form, should not be in short form. Suppose you are writing February, you will write the complete spelling of February. After that you will put a comma. 18th, th will come to the line. It will not be placed in the mid-air. It has to be settled on the line after 18th. After that, come to the receiver's designation followed by address. You will write receiver's designation followed by address. Likewise, I have written here. Then you will leave a line for clarity, and then you will begin with salutation. Salutation, what is salutation? A way of addressing the letter to the person concerned. Salutation is always followed by a comma. After salutation, there might be a question in your mind whether we have to write subject or not. You are not supposed to write subject nowadays. It is not mandatory to write subject. But if you are writing, it will come just after salutation. It does not carry any mark. If you do not write subject, your marks will not be deducted. Now, after that, writing the salutation, just below the salutation, you will begin with your opening sentence. Opening sentence should be very clear. It carries marks. It is nothing but the subject written in complete sentence form, making complete sentence, making complete sense. This is opening sentence. If you are not getting an idea for any opening sentence for your letter, you just think about the subject, that if you would have written subject, what would it have been. So if you will have that idea that this would have been the subject of this topic, then you complete that subject in complete sentence form, and you can write the subject in sentence form as opening sentence. Here I have given you some examples of opening sentence. For example, this has reference to your letter dated so and so, and thank you for your letter of such and such date. I wish to apply for the position of, and I would like to inquire. Like this, you can add your opening sentences, or you can begin your letter with this opening sentence. Now comes to the main body of the letter. Divide this main body of the letter into paragraphs and maintain the official tone throughout. Body of the letter, first is the opening sentence. Second paragraph, subject matter in detail. You will write all the subject matter, why are you writing and all. And third paragraph will be the conclusion or suggestion, if any. You are suggesting anything or the conclusion made out of it, you will write there. And after that you will put one place one closing sentence. It is equally important to write closing sentence and opening sentence, means you will get marks for closing sentence and opening sentences. Some of the closing sentences are: we shall be expecting some positive response from your department. I should be grateful if my application would be favorably considered. I am anxiously awaiting a favorable reply. Like this, you can write your concluding sentence. After that, just after that, you will write subscription followed by comma. What is subscription? The way you end your letter is subscription. Then signature, and then your complete name and designation. Everything will come to the left hand side of your page. Now a question arises whether to write thanking you or not. It is completely optional. If you wish, you may write. If you omit, then also marks will not be deducted. But if you are writing thanking you, then you have to keep in mind that thanking T will be capital, U, Y will be small, and thanking you will be followed by a comma. While writing subscription, please keep in mind that you will write yours truly and yours faithfully only. Yours, Y capital, faithfully and truly, F and T are small respectively. And yours faithfully followed by comma. After that, put your signature, name and designation. Your name, complete name with your surname will come in brackets. And what you have to keep in mind, the punctuation mark. You should put the punctuation marks correctly. And I think this is all about the letter I have discussed. I have given one specimen here, a letter to the police commissioner of your city, drawing his or her attention to the menace of hawkers outside your school. Tell him or her what dangers they pose and offer solution for the rehabilitation. So here is the sender's address in 3 lines. After that, I have left 1 line, then the date, then again I have left 1 line, then the designation of the receiver followed by the address, and then salutation followed by comma. Salutation is always dear sir or dear madam. Please do not write respected here. After that, the opening sentence. I write to draw your attention to the menace of hawkers outside St. Peter's College in Wazirpura of our town. I am then your short description or your short information about yourself. I am the secretary, Swachh Bharat Club, St. Peter's College. In the next 2 paragraphs, I have discussed the body of the letter in detail, the question topic in detail. And then coming to the concluding line, I trust that you will consider my suggestion and take the necessary steps as outlined in my letter to you to deal with the menace of hawkers outside the school. After that, yours faithfully, followed by a comma, put signature after it, and then your name and designation if any. Now I have talked about the box format. What is the only difference between the box format and the traditional format is, in the traditional format, writer's address, date, subscription, signature, name and designation are right aligned. All these things are right aligned. Nothing else is different between these two formats. You can write in either of the format. I hope everything is clear to you related to the format of formal letter. So please subscribe to Unorthodox Learning. Don't forget to click on the bell icon. Hit that like button if you enjoyed learning. Please write down the doubts in the comment section. Thank you.